Greetings, dear Aquarius. Welcome to Tifa's Tarot, and I hope you're doing well wherever you are in the world. And today we're going to go ahead and take a look at your June 2024 general monthly reading. So just keep in mind that in general readings, anything is liable to show up. So whatever messages that I am being led to deliver at this time. So remember, if the messages apply, fantastic. And if they do not apply, graciously open the window and let them fly. All right? So we are going to do a 4-card spread with clarifiers, of course, using the Brotherhood of Light Egyptian Tarot. Okay. And then we're going to close the reading out with 1 card from the Chakra Insight Oracle, which is just basically just a card that's connected with a certain energetic point in the body that has an accompanying message that I hope will be relevant and helpful for you to navigate during this month. Let's go ahead and get into your reading, but before we do so, let's just go ahead and set the intention that this is for the sign of Aquarius. So if you have Aquarius in your sun, your moon, or your rising, then it is my sincerest intention that this reading may resonate with you in some capacity and that you are able to receive these messages and apply them to your own life, always and only for your highest good. All right, let's get into it. So Aquarius, this is for the month of June. Our first card, we are looking at the main theme. So what is dominant energy that it's going to be surrounded by you, dear Aquarius, for this month? Show me the main theme for Aquarius for the month of June. I feel like your crowning energy was the 7 of Pentacles. I feel that you could have a very restless mind because this is like double Gemini energy, right? But this card really comes about when we're in a state where we've been working on something and then we revisit the direction of what we're doing and we try to just decide like, okay, like, should I tweak this? Should I do that? So let's say if you're working on a project or you're working on a book or some type of writing, it's about going back and going to the beginning of that and just seeing like what you need to edit or what you need to add or what you need to take away or how you can condense things or revitalize them in some way, okay? So when we get to that 7 of Pentacles, it's definitely you reassessing something in your life and seeing how do you proceed. I do think it has something to do with a project or a passion that you have because we got this Ace of Wands. So this is definitely something that you're into, something that you like to do. You could be trying to get you could be looking for new inspiration also when this Ace of Wands comes about. So it could have been something that you're looking at, that you have been working on. And this month, there is this signal, you're getting signals to really be able to not just change the direction, but to like re-inspire yourself or to look for your passions in some way. Because I feel like there's something about what you've been working on that's been very stressful or challenging with this 9 of Swords, which is about losing sleep, having some anxiety about some things, okay? So I feel like whatever it is that you're working on, that you're really assessing and you're really like looking back on and just seeing like, oh my god, like what is this, like how can I make this better? Do I need to go back to the drawing board and just start all over? Okay, whatever it is, it's been very present in your mind. So think about it like this, because this is not going to be, this is obviously going to go into so many different directions depending on what's happening in your life, but the energy is always the same. It doesn't matter like what the subject matter is. The energy is the same, and the energy is about, so whatever's on your mind that is giving you like a little bit of stress during this month, it definitely has something to do with your passion, and it definitely has something to do with something that you've been working on for some time and that you're going back to see how you can proceed with this project or this idea in some way. Okay, so I see that being very much the main theme of what you're navigating through for the month of June. Let's go ahead and look at past influences. So what are some factors that are just kind of following you into this month that are very relevant to the subject matter? Show me past influences for Aquarius. Show me past influences for Aquarius. Okay. here you've got the Queen of Cups, the Justice card, and the Eight of Pentacles. All right. So the way I see this is one of two things. The Queen of Cups could be indicating like a person in your life, someone that is this nurturing feminine, almost like matron energy. It doesn't have to be like your mom per se, but it's just someone who can like nurture you in some way. Someone who is very visible in this. Could even be someone you're married to, because this is about like contracts, binding agreements, right? Which is what a marriage is in some way, okay? And then we've got this like hard work, okay? So like Eight of Pentacles is all about like putting in that time, punching the clock, making the sale, whatever it is that you do for your money, whatever it is, in whatever way that you apply your skills so that you can obtain or regain resources is what we're talking about here. So I feel like there could be, or if this is like talking about you, there could be maybe like, let's say like going the project route. Let's say there's a project that you've poured all of your heart and soul into, okay? And maybe you've made some legal binding agreements, but maybe not, because the Justice card could also indicate you just, it's like karmic retributions, is cause and effect, is consequences. So whatever work that you've been putting into something, you're going to get the equal amount of work to it. So I feel that if it's not about a person, this is definitely about the work that you've been putting, whatever skill that you have been applying to whatever project this is that you're working on. I see you like really just putting your heart into this as well, putting your heart, your soul into this. It's almost like, this is my baby. This is what I've been nurturing. And this is that cause and effect. Like you're getting the results from what you want, okay? Because you've been putting so much hard work into it. But also, Justice is blind as well. If you look at the card, she's also blinded, right? And she just has to feel what the weight of the justice is. Like, how do the scales feel? Okay, it's not about looking at it. It's not about looking at them in a set and saying like, oh, okay, this is right. So sometimes we could be putting work into things, and we might be thinking like, oh yeah, I'm making like great strides, but boom, you hit like challenges, you hit some roadblocks, you hit red tape in the matter, okay? And even though you've been busting your butt and you've been like looking for this reward, I feel like something happens during this month where you have to like take a step back and just pause and start re-looking at some things, because maybe stuff is just not quite working out on the way that you need to. So this is like, instead of like you being in this mode of go, 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 I gotta accomplish this, I gotta do that, I have this deadline, I have this goal, I see you pulling back, right? Because what you have been doing is just working so hard on things, and that you're expecting like this equal result to kind of come in, when maybe it hasn't. Okay, so sometimes it's not just enough to put the work in, it's not just enough to put the love into something. Sometimes it's luck, sometimes it's needing to like an element that is missing, maybe that comes from another resource that you haven't even thought about. Okay, so I see that very much like in your past energy. It's like you like grinding on this, like you like making this part of. And for some reason, I'm not getting a person. I'm really getting like something that you are doing. There's something that you want to put out in the world. There's something you're trying to accomplish that might be even like a little bit more on the long term. So it could be something that you have been working on, that you've put a lot of time in. You might have even signed contracts or gotten other people involved in this as well. And that's showing up as your past influence, okay? So let's look at some challenges, right? So what are some potential challenges for Aquarius in regards to the situation? Let's see some potential challenges for our dear Aquarius. Ooh. Okay. Not exactly sure where that went. Okay. So two cards here show that you chillin', Aquarius. Like, I feel that one of two things. You could either be in this mode because the Four of Swords is all about, like, it's very meditative energy. It's like laying back, contemplating. It's not making a move, but it's very much being in your head and deciding what you need to do next. But this could also indicate that you need to make a move. So take this as you will, that you need to kind of like rush on things. You could be very challenged to kind of like move on it. There could be like some type of setback in terms of your motivation. Okay. And you've also got like this Ten of Pentacles, right? And it's coming out in the challenge position. So it's almost like the Ten of Pentacles is all about like, securing financial wealth or financial gain, like having enough to have a legacy in some way. And I feel like coming in the challenge position, you could not be feeling very sure about that. So there could have been things in your past where you felt very sure about the direction of where you were going financially, and like now you're just like, oh, like there's this pause, there's this hesitation where things just aren't quite moving the way that you want them to, okay? And it's making it really difficult for you to find this inner joy. So even though things in your life could be like clockwork, working just fine. It's not like you're struggling, you're not in a bad situation. It's just like there's something here about you just not being able to really complete something that you would like to. There's a stall, there's a setback, there's a miscalculation of the trajectory, and you having to kind of go back and to think about things in some way. And when whatever that is, it's making you feel like, okay, wait, I'm not that secure. I thought I was good. I thought like I was golden. I thought I had the green light to go, but maybe like you feel like you don't. I thought I would be happy after this. I thought I could have this joy, this emotional fulfillment and be satisfied with myself. But it's a challenge. So it's like you are, but you're not. Okay. And let's go ahead and look at an outcome. So by the end of this month, show me an outcome for Aquarius. Okay, so I see like something very suddenly happening. The Tower card is about like very sudden changes, something that you didn't see happen. And whatever this thing is, it can make you feel a little bit like tired. You can just be like, oh my God, like I've been working on this for this long, all for this shit to go down. Like that's how that it has that sense to it. Okay. But nonetheless, you are an Aquarius. You're a fixed sign. You don't show face. You got your opposite energy of Leo energy, which is this strength card, right? And the strength card just talks about like taming yourself, right? Having that discipline, having that confidence that's on the outside and the inside, okay? And being able to show the world that you can do it despite any of the setbacks that you feel like you might have had. Because I do see something very suddenly happening, maybe something that you didn't quite experience. And it does kind of not force you, but it kind of puts you in the situation where you're just like, damn, like, you know, because the energy I'm getting here, there's a lot of like almost complete energy. Because we got the Nine of Swords. The nines are like something is just not quite complete. It's good, but it's not quite there yet. Nine of Swords, you're in your head about things, okay? Because it's like, oh, it's not over. Maybe there's more disappointment, or maybe it's going to be better, but you just don't know. So it causes this emotional turmoil, this emotional confusion. Nine of Cups is just like, but when it's challenged, it's just like, I'm happy, I'm feeling this joy, but if it's in a challenge position, it's definitely not being sure, like having that core feeling inside of yourself, but then there's this like uncertainty that just like creeps up, okay? And now we get this Nine of Wands, and the outcome, which is just like, I've been working so hard on this, like when am I going to be able to be complete? and you could even experience an additional setback that you didn't quite see. But I see that you being able to really take it like a champ with that strength card, which really just indicates that you are strong, you're powerful, you're able to face adversity, you're going to be able to tame yourself through whatever disappointment that you could possibly be receiving this month, okay? So those are the messages that I have for you from the tarot. Let's go ahead and just close this reading out with one card from the Chakra Insight Oracle. Show me one card that will be helpful for the sign of Aquarius. Show me one card that will be helpful for the sign of Aquarius. All right, so you are being urged to pay close attention to your sacral chakra. And I'm just going to go ahead and just read what that means. Okay, so your sacral chakra highlights your emotions, your relationships, your ability to control, your sensuality, your pleasure, your desires, sexuality, creativity, and healing. This is located in the lower abdomen between the navel and the genitals in the energy center of our sacral chakra, connected to our sciatic nerve and often referred to as the seat of life. Our sacral chakra is our focal point of change, emotional connection, pleasure, and balance. Within the element of water and the gifts of yin and yang, we find between our masculine and feminine energy, and we come home to our natural expression of sexuality and sensuality. This card is an invitation to pursue genuine connection in relationships, to allow yourself to be open and sharing with the deeper aspects of your being, to develop trust and acceptance, and to honor the beauty and sacred within your intimate relationships. If we block the energy of our sacral chakra, we block the flow of pleasure, abundance, and creativity in our life. We become closed, brittle, and stagnant. We develop unhealthy cravings and desires. But within the balance of this, we are able to move harmoniously with the ebbs and flow of life. Our being becomes fluid, and we smoothly progress on the journey of life, enjoying blissful moments and taking challenges in our stride. We let go of the need to control life and just go with the flow. Know that you deserve pleasure and abundance in your life. Begin with a basic connection to your senses and allow yourself to explore simple pleasure. Creative expression and intimate connection is a doorway into the more rich experience in your world. An affirmation that you may repeat: I honor my body. I gratefully accept pleasure and abundance. I honor and express my sexuality. I welcome happy and healthy and fulfilling relationships into my life. I deserve and experience good things in my life. Okay. So I'm seeing there could be some issues with your sacral chakra. Work through that. Your sacral chakra, that crowning energy of that Ace of Wands also talks about that, right? This is our passion seat. So making sure that you do things to nurture that. Google it, see what you can do, see what crystals you can use, what exercises you could do to kind of help to activate that energy, that sacral energy, okay? So those are the messages I have for you, dear Aquarius. I hope this was helpful for anyone who listened to this message in its entirety. Please do comment, like, and subscribe for additional content. And if this really resonated with you and you'd like to go a little bit deeper, feel free to book me for a personal. I do offer those at fairly reasonable rates, and you can find more information in the description of this video and in the About section of the channel. I greatly appreciate you. I love you, and I hope you have a blessed month of June. Bye, Aquarius.